guys. We're going to our What We Watchin' phase of the podcast. But this week, we're not going to talk about what we've personally been talking about. We're going to be talking about Daredevil Born Again, the first 2 episodes. Did everybody watch it?
Yes.
Oh,
yes. Yeah.
Let's get into this. Guys, how does it compare to Netflix's Daredevil? How you feeling? We're going to try to be a little quick, but, Wade, how we feeling about this?
I'm feeling good. First, obviously spoilers ahead, but,
Yeah, heavy spoilers.
First 5 minutes, kind of insane choices.
Oh, yeah.
but in a good way. I think it was a good shock value, even though, Foggy's kind of a main character. It's just crazy. It's like, you just bring back Bullseye and all these people and just, throw us right back into it. So, so far I'm all in, and I think it's been good.
I do like that they just throw you right into the story. It's as if season 3 just happened, and it's been like a year or so, or it's just in the universe. Anybody else? How we feeling about it? Just initial thoughts.
I loved it.
Yeah. Go for it.
I did there was some moments where it was kind of like that CGI didn't look.
Yeah, I do agree with that. The CGI was a little weird.
Oh, yeah.
I know what they were trying to do. It's because that's this whole thing is he's really kind of like Spider-Man in a way. He jumps
huge distances.
He's all over the place,
super fast.
Yeah, I mean it was the first 15 minutes of the fight scene. I'm like, eesh, that was pretty bad. I mean, it wasn't as bad as Ben Affleck 2003.
Yeah.
CGI, but it wasn't the best. I mean, it is.
It is what it is. But let's get into the plot. So, right off the bat, our boy Foggy's dead. How did you feel about it, Jake?
Well, the rumors of this have been swirling for.
Oh yeah.
I mean, years now. I kind of expected it. I didn't think that. Part of me thought they might in the reshoots try to maybe be sly with it. And I know they filmed a couple of different versions of the scene, but I was pretty prepared for it. I can't say I'm too happy, but I also suspected. I knew this was going to be a different show, and we see by the end of the episode. I mean, it's mainly a new cast of characters. It's mainly a new setting, new apartments, new office, everything. It really is a new show, and you can't stop it from being what it is. And if they think Foggy doesn't have a place in that, well, then they sure gave him a heck of a scene and a great catalyst for the main character. So I didn't like seeing it.
So you were sad about it.
The episode.
It seems like Karen's not really a big part of it either. I mean, she moved out to wherever, San Francisco or something, so
I'm hoping they bring her back.
I think she will be. I think they said when the Punisher's on, she's part of that story arc. But it seems like the show's coming together. It's awesome. It's tightly written. It's shot well. It could have used some post-production work, but I'm excited to see where it goes. It's hard to compare to the original just yet because the original is a fully finished piece that we've had almost a decade to watch and watch again. It's going to be hard to compare it so soon, but it seems like even though it's different, they're doing it right.
Yeah. How about Bullseye,
excited.
Sam? How'd you feel about seeing Bullseye back, played by the same guy?
Yeah. So Bullseye is actually probably my second. Well, probably if we're not including Daredevil and Kingpin, Bullseye was my favorite character from the original Netflix show. His acting, the actors, Wilson Bethel, he's awesome.
Yeah,
does a great job. My favorite storyline in the original one is when Kingpin is reading through all of his files and everything and seeing his life unfold or whatever.
Yeah,
I thought that was cool. I'm glad he's back. I'm sure he's gonna break out because they're not just gonna.
Why is he still alive? That was my question.
Well, remember
he literally got threw off a building.
No, well, Kingpin tested on him and gave him some sort of right. Don't they
I
don't
remember that.
He broke his back. He's paralyzed.
The last scene of season 3, they show him on the operating table, and they're like, "Oh, we can't do this to a person." And the guy's like, "The patient knew the risks. We go with the procedure." I think they gave him some sort of
weird.
I have a theory. I think that they gave him some form of the super soldier serum would be my guess. Because now that it's in the MCU, they can actually do stuff like that. So
yeah. I think you're right. I think he's gonna get out somehow next season, and I hope he has his comic book accurate costume.
Yes.
He didn't have the bullseye on his head. What the world? They had the opportunity to do it, and they didn't do it.
Yep.
That's okay. Let's get into some more stuff. Basically, Matt, new life, right? Refresh, new apartment, new girlfriend, all this stuff. You know, he's doing his law stuff.
Yep. And then Kingpin runs for mayor.
Let's go.
And
Kingpin, played by the same guy. I love this character, Kingpin. It's weird to see him smiling and laughing. He's having a great time without Vanessa.
No.
Sadly.
Dude,
that
that
was funny
was
how they explained like why they're having issues because of this Echo season and the Hawkeye season.
he's just off
like
doing other shows.
The MCU messed with our marriage, basically.
Dude, the craziest thing was when they've tied it all together, having you know, the therapist who Matt's dating be the one to give him therapy.
That was wild.
That was good.
How are they going to? That's good writing.
She
They're gonna
was-
tie it all together, Jake.
She was one of the threads in the first 2 episodes. I was like, man, are they really just trying to weave a couple things in here? And then when that thread connected at the end of the 2nd episode, I said, okay, it seems like they've got a pretty tight story going here. It all really came together by the end of that 2nd episode. It was pretty exciting.
How are we feeling about kind of this initial tease of Muse coming in the future? This is the guy who like kills people and uses their blood for his art. Did you guys kind of catch who that was? In the episode where he's like, I need help to the one lady. So it's like, oh, jeez. I think that's who it is.
That was.
I don't know. That's just my theory, but crazy stuff, guys. Anything I'm missing about the first 2 episodes? You got the BB Urich report, kind of like playing off Ben Urich, great character, Spider-Man reporter, right? Tucker, did you like seeing that? Just a little tie-in to, you know, the original show and Spider-Man and all that? Yeah. Did you like the ground levelness of that, like the shaky camera?
Yeah, I didn't like. I liked in episode 1 where they're like they show, you know, Hell's Kitchen. They do like little panaways to like the city, but then when it's like just 2 people talking, they're like moving the camera like a lot.
Yeah, I noticed all that. They were shaking a lot.
Are they trying to make it feel realistic, maybe? But it's kind of very early 2000s, I feel like the shaky camera, fake documentary. I don't know.
Well, she's just starting out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's like,
I can kind of tell they kind of rewrote the show. Can you guys kind of tell that too? Like they definitely filmed the Foggy death later, and I think they probably used clips they already filmed for the previous non-MCU version they already filmed, because then they redo this whole movie. I mean, this whole show. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much, John, you got it.
No. You yeah. I think they did. It was like 18 episodes. I think.
Are you serious?
It was original.
No, they hadn't filmed that many. That was like the plan. But
yeah.
I think they'd filmed 4 full episodes. I think most of this like White Tiger story arc they had filmed. And remember, the original report was they were unhappy because the first couple episodes of the show didn't have Matt suiting up as Daredevil, and we've seen pretty much the first like cut of those episodes now. It would have started with that story after all the stuff. I did notice that the new characters, his PI and his new law partner, they felt kind of shoehorned into that opening scene at Josie's bar. But look, I get it.
Yes,
they're trying to stitch it
I do
together
see that
for something that was filmed to be one thing and then reshot and rewritten and recut to fit into something else. It's a miracle that it's as good as it is. I'm really, you know, patchwork noticeable.
I thought
happy
another kind of weird thing where Matt's just in the like, not like the holding cell place, and he just hears somebody. He's like, I need to go in there. And then he just like takes this case. I was kind of confused by that.
Oh yeah.
The White Tiger guy.
I wonder
That's
if they
what it
patched
felt
that
like
together too.
Probably did.
And then, you know, they're doing the PIs investigating the guy and finds out he's the White Tiger, which is a character from the comics. So that's cool. I thought it was funny. It's like so serious, but then like once they're like in the courtroom and they're like, he doesn't have his magic amulet. I was like, what the frick? This feels so weird because the original Daredevil show is so grounded, besides ninjas, obviously. But
yeah, well, they had ninjas and they had like the superpower, like the magic.
yeah,
it was funny to hear during his day-to-day Daredevil stuff.
It reminded
supernatural
me
character.
of She-Hulk. Like the amount of times Jennifer Walters would be like covering or like being the lawyer for just random people with powers. Like that's kind of what it reminded me of a little bit.
Yeah. But guys,
Yeah.
any final thoughts? We got to move on. It was great. I loved it. I think the CGI could be fixed up, but besides that, I don't really have much complaints. Anything else?
Can't wait to see what else is coming down
Yeah.
the road.
Crazy, there's already season 2 though, right? Announced.
Season 2 confirmed.
Yeah.
Here's the problem though. Disney Plus shows can really stick the beginning. It's the ending that we got to wait for. You know, they have to stick the landing. Every Disney Plus show thus far, I've liked like the first episode, most of them. You know what I mean? Like, but they got to stick the landing.
And that's the other thing. We haven't even seen Punisher in here yet, and yet, you know, this is really going to be out.
Confirmed 2026
Nice.
Daredevil season 2. They're filming it right now, and then the Punisher Disney Plus special. Kind of like we've already gotten Werewolf by Night. We've got the Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special. We're gonna get a Punisher special. Come on, just add an hour and make it a movie, please. You know, how do you guys feel about this? Are you hype? John Bernthal, the best Punisher by far, in my opinion.
Well, you know, it's cool because the reason it's becoming a special is John Bernthal was saying when he was shooting for this new season of Daredevil, he said he went to different comic book stores around New York City and he talked to people there. He was like, "What do you know about the Punisher? What do you think about the Punisher?" He's like, "Can you recommend me good stories, things that have influenced you about the character?" Trying to connect with what people find interesting in this character. And people gave him some classic Punisher stories. They said, "Hey, buy this one." The owner of a comic book shop was probably like, "Yeah, buy all of these." But but and then he said he was reading some of the stories and he felt a spark of inspiration, but it wasn't a TV show, it wasn't a movie, it would be like a short film almost, he said. And so he brought it up to Marvel and they were like, "We have just the thing. We haven't done anything with it in a couple years. We have short films. We have a whole format for it. We call it a presentation." So that's how it was born. He's co-writing it.
They're going to film it with season
partner,
2, so they'll already have the production team there. They'll already have like the cameras. You know what I mean? So that's kind of cool. I feel like they should do that more often.
Perfect.
They kind of did that.
Yeah, John.
So I don't know if you guys remember, but what was the actor from the Punisher movie
Jane.
from like 2000? Yeah, he did a. There's a YouTube video.
It's actually pretty good. I've seen it, John.
He actually, it's actually pretty good.
Where he's like in a laundromat or something.
It was like laundromat. Yeah, they did something like that, and he's like in a laundromat, like getting his laundry done, and then like somebody outside the grocery store he's at is getting like beat up, and so he just goes outside and just beats them all with like a bottle with a whiskey.
Whiskey bottle.
Pretty funny. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
A whiskey bottle. I'm pretty sure.
And like the Punisher's homeless. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
John, do you think that Disney will find a way to balance kind of the dark themes with their brand? I mean, we know in the past they've kind of Disneyfied things, John. So how do you feel about that?
It's going to be hard. I mean, it's going to be hard how they do Punisher. That's the one where I'm like, I don't know, because he's pretty hardcore. He is hardcore. Like he kills everybody, and he's pretty brutal. So I don't know. It's going to be hard how they're going to do it, but
I think they can pull it off.
I think they could. I just don't. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts on Punisher? Daredevil season 2 confirmed Matthew Lillard. Right? Am I right about that?
Yep.
Interesting. Who do you guys think he's going to play?
Shaggy.
All crossover. 100%.
What the heck? Some people are
Rogers.
saying Sin Eater, but I've never heard of that villain before.
Yeah, that was an old movie, The Sin Eater. It used to scare me and Cam.
Oh yeah, that is a terrifying movie.